is just the start.
What's up, y'all? I have filmed this video like more than 5 times, and mainly it's because my sister and a few of her friends were all trying to buy tickets to go to Lovers and Friends in 2020, and people keep calling, keep interrupting, I keep coughing, I'm just but that's not why we here. But what's up, y'all? Thanks for stopping by the Obviously Authentic channel. My name's Leah. That is spelled L-E-A and not L-E-A-H. I want to give a special shout out to Bondi Blue. She got her channel back. I am so happy for her. So definitely check out her original channel. I think she posted a video about other ways that you can follow her just in case this happens again. But congratulations to her. So let's get into this. This will be my recap and review of Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 6, episode 4. Not much really happened in this episode, but I still think it was a decent episode. So we're going to start off with Karen. Karen is going to be the ambassador per town we saw last year. And I think that's great. Because of Karen's visibility, she can probably help get more lucrative opportunities to her town. Basically, it seems like the town might be a food desert and they don't have access to good Wi-Fi. And in this day and age, we need Wi-Fi because people either are working from home or you're going to school from home. And if you don't know what a food desert is, it's basically a rural or urban area that does not have access to grocery stores. So if, say like where I am now, I have access to like 5 different grocery stores in like maybe a 10 to 15 mile radius. Like, honestly, there's one right up the street. So really, right there, it's not even a 10-minute walk. It's like 6 minutes or 5 minutes to get to the grocery store. But a food desert means you have to drive or catch an Uber or a taxi to the grocery store, and the grocery store might be 40 to like an hour away from where you live in all directions. So, and most of these areas are very low income areas, so they don't have the means that are feasible in order to always pay for a taxi to drive them an hour to 45 minutes to go to the grocery store. And depending on how big your family is, you might need to go to the grocery store at least once or 2 times a week. So yeah, so I'm hoping with Karen's visibility, she can help that town out. So then there's Ashley. Y'all know I don't like Ashley. I'm just call it. I don't like Ashley. I don't like Stewie Darby. Shout out to Erica De Niro. I don't like Ashley. And it's a myriad of reasons why I don't Ashley. And I might label them after, we get them out the way. So Ashley had her baby, well, not had her baby, but she went into labor this episode. I was kind of annoyed because I thought maybe she was having labor pains when she was crying, saying, this is so hard. And I thought maybe she was having an at-home birth, but she was really crying at the fact that, like, she was leaving baby Dean. And I was kind of like, Ashley. But I've never had kids, so I don't know what that feels like. So I'm going to let her have her moment. I'm happy she had a safe pregnancy. So, and the baby that she had, I think the little boy's name is Dylan, and she seems happy, and the baby seems healthy, so good for her. But before that all happened, earlier in the episode, we saw Michael, the Grim Reaper, and Ashley going to dinner. And like the food looked good. The food, wherever they were, the food looked good. Basically, Michael wants to open up a production company. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you have the means to do it, do it. My only thing is, like, what would a Michael production company set? What would Michael's production company set him apart from other ones? Because basically, what he was explaining to Ashley was that as owning a production company, he would be like finding directors and helping them fund their projects, which I think a lot of people would, we need. But I was just like, what about you would make them go with you? Because you're fairly new. Like, are you going to be able to get their projects in the movie theaters? Are you going to be able to get their projects to be shown at like Sundance and things of that nature? So I was just kind of like, I don't know. Well, Ashley had some hesitation because she was like, we have Dean. I don't even think at the time Dean was like 1, or like maybe he might have been 1. No, well, he can walk, so he might have been 1 or 2 at the time. And then no, I think he probably was just 1. And then she's having, she was pregnant with Dylan, and like she was like, we have small children, are you sure you want to do something that's so risky that will cost a lot of money? So then his rebuttal to her was like, you don't want me to follow my dreams? And I was like, dummy, she didn't say that. She's bringing up valid concerns that she would have for your family. And Ashley responded and was like, I didn't say that. And I'm just looking at Michael, and it's just like, this is the thing that this is one of the reasons why I don't like Ashley, is because Ashley puts on this facade that her and Michael are rainbows, the unicorn and puppy dog kisses. And it's like, you can clearly see that there's issues, because Michael doesn't respect Ashley, in my opinion, to be honest. I know there's no respectful way to cheat, because you shouldn't be cheating. But when people say there's a respectful way to cheat, they're always talking about like, you still like shield your significant other from embarrassment. And Michael doesn't do that. We've seen Michael cheat with men, with the whole excuse me, messaging the men online. Then we saw him cheating at the MGM. It's like I said, we see Michael cheating with that lady at the MGM, the casino. We saw him messaging those men, I think through like Grindr or something, or maybe even Facebook. No, not Facebook, but like Instagram or something like that. Then you have him saying that like he didn't really want to like have a family. That was that one season he kicked you out and then tried to play you when you was trying to talk about the prenup on camera. And then you have the way he acted last season at Juan and Robin's engagement, where he totally like disrespected you and then was disrespecting production. So I don't really think Michael cares about Ashley in this sense. And it just annoys me how she's always like, we're better than ever. We're great. And it's like, y'all aren't great. Like, are you just saying that to make yourself feel better? Or, excuse me, y'all. Or is it like, it just don't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. And I really feel like she faked like something was happening with the baby, even though she was really close to like having the baby at that point. But she was like, and he was like, you ready to go? And she was like, yeah, because I don't think she wanted to fight on camera. Like I said, last season's fight, where how he acted at Juan and Robin's engagement party, made him look horrible. Like, he already looked bad, but it made him look really horrible because he was drunk as hell. He was all red in the face. He was like wilding out as production was trying to calm him down, because he was like, don't touch me, don't touch me. And then he like left Ashley at the party and got in like the Uber or whatever and went home. So I was like, you left your wife at the party by herself. And Ashley was just sitting there looking stupid. Like, and embarrassed, because he did embarrass her. So I'm just like, and production, I love production about to be shady, because the fact that production kept zooming in on him drinking the Corona is like, they don't see it for him no more like that. Because I don't even remember them ever zooming in on like people's drinks like that, unless it's trying to give the illusion of like they might be an alcoholic. The side note, the other thing that bothers me about y'all that be praising Ashley, like Ashley is the sunshine and rainbows, is Ashley is the only person on this cast who has had an issue with everybody. With everybody on this cast. But y'all demonize Candace because y'all just don't like Candace. But Ashley has had an issue with everybody on this cast. And let's do examples, because I know somebody gonna get in the comments and be like, no she has, yes she has. We can start off with Karen. She was all on Karen's neck about them taxes and about Ray and his penis. Then y'all savior Monique, who she basically said Monique had a miscarriage because she was an alcoholic and she ran into a tree or got in a car accident. Then you got Giselle. She had beef with Giselle when her and Giselle was going at it. Robin, she was on Robin's neck for like 2 seasons about her relationship with Juan and his taxes. Then you got Katie. She like attacked Katie's mental health because Katie was getting at her, and she couldn't handle it, and basically called her weak-minded because she was going through something. She had beef with Wendy, using them trigger words, calling that lady aggressive, knowing good and well what it looks like when a light-skinned, damn near looking white woman calls a dark-skinned African black woman aggressive. Then you got how she came at Sharice. Her and Sharice had issues, and as you know, her and Candace always gonna have issues. That's 8 people, but Candace is the bad guy. But we have evidence of Ashley coming at everybody. I was just like, I can't with y'all. I can't. But all I'm gonna say is I'm happy the lady had a healthy pregnancy, and I'm happy that you know, she had a good birth, and like she ain't nothing bad happened to her. She wasn't on death's door or anything. So good for Ashley. Then we see Candace. Candace wants to host a pajama jam party because her condo that, you know, her, Dorothy, and Chris's condo is basically, it got sold. So this is like the last hurrah. She said she had been in that condo since her I think she said her early 20s into her mid 30s. So she was just like this, she's letting it go. Bravo being shady. They showed the first season of Candace and Chris when they was arguing in the bathroom, and Candace took off her ring. Then we see her and Dorothy arguing about like who she gets to invite to her wedding on the second year. And then the third year is when Candace had to get Ashley together and told that lady to get out her house. Not one, not two, but 3 times. And Ashley kept walking up in that house being disrespectful, so she had to get her out the house. And all of y'all that keep using like, oh, she threw a butter knife. You are telling me that if you tell someone to get out your house more than 3 times, you not gonna wild out on them? Most of y'all would have shot them, because I know y'all got weapons, especially living in Virginia. Everybody say strapped in Virginia, so y'all can miss me with that. But I'm happy. I'm glad we got to see Crystal, because I like her sister. I think her sister is really pretty. But we also got to see Candace working on her album. She was singing the song Drive Back. She also just released the track list for her upcoming album. It looks really good. I don't know why she got Tracy Braxton on there, but I digress. I'm just happy that, you know, she's working on stuff. That's one thing I can say about Candace, and even the other ladies, except Ashley, because Ashley ain't really doing nothing. But everybody else, even Monique, has tried to turn their visibility on this episode, this franchise into something. And I think that's wonderful. You got Karen and her Ladam fragrance and her wigs, her wig line. You got Candace with the music, her acting career. That's good. You got Wendy with these candles and trying to start her home essentials lines. Robin with her hats and the podcast with Giselle. Giselle and her non-existent Every Hue Beauty and her podcast with Robin. And then I think, well, you know, I can't solely say, because Sharice didn't do nothing, neither did Katie, and Ashley ain't doing nothing. And then Monique with her essential oils and stuff, and like her book. So it's like, I'm happy to see people use their visibility for what it's supposed to be used for. But she invites all the ladies. She forgot to invite Ashley, but she even put it on Twitter. Candace was like, I did not do that on purpose. I legit forgot to invite her. But Ashley wouldn't have came anyway, because we found out that on the night of the party, she went into labor. So she won't come in no way. So that was straight. So then we get to Robin and Giselle. They actually opened up the episode, and they're taking pictures for their podcast called Reasonably Shady. I haven't really listened to the podcast. I've heard clips, and for the most part, it seems straight. I'm not into podcasts, so that's not something I would run out and go listen to, but I thought it was cool. My only thing is, Robin, for people to know that you always late, that's an issue at your big age. Like, I don't like when people are late, although I do be late, but it don't be for important stuff. If it's something where I need to be there on time, I will be there on time. Know that. But the pictures were cute. We see Kyle, that's Giselle's hairdresser and friend. He bring up Jamal. I don't care about the whole Jamal storyline, so I'm not even about to talk about it, but because we know it doesn't exist. I felt bad. We found out that Grace didn't get her driver's permit, But like I said, y'all, it took me 3 times. On the 3rd time, I got my driver's permit. And if they're in Virginia, I understand it. Because it stresses you out because you're not even in like a testing center. You legit go into the DMV and they have like the computers like right here. People are sitting here waiting to be serviced at the counters. And then they just have like, the blinders. But there's like no quietness. It's just you taking it while everybody is there. And then on top of that, the way it works is there's 10 questions of signs. You have to get all the signs right. You get 1 sign wrong, and then the test is over. And then there is 25 questions that are given to you after you take the signs test. But you only have to get 20 of them right. So the extra 5 questions is used as like a backup for you to get 5 chances to get those, like to pass the test. Because when I took it, I got all the signs correct, and then I moved over to the 25 questions portion like Grace, and I got every question right except 1. So I ended up having 21 questions, and then I got my driver's permit. But she'll eventually get it. I thought it was funny to see the little her little sisters in the back. They're like laughing at her, but I'm kind of like, y'all's time will come, because if you think it's hard for her, it's probably gonna be hard for y'all. Like, what? But it was funny. But hopefully she can get her driver's license. Like, I hope she has it now, because I know like watching this back probably is like bothering her. So at the photo shoot, Robin and Giselle decide they want to get to know Mia better, but without Karen and Wendy, which I don't think there's anything wrong. But then it was the text message that Giselle sent, and I'm a paraphrase, but basically she was like, hey, they wanted to get together. It was like, hey, Mia, sorry I had to leave my party early the other day, but I didn't get a chance to talk to you, but I want to talk to you more and get to know you better. Would you like to come to drinks with me and Robin without Karen? I think she didn't need to add without Karen. If Giselle added, like, there was no need to add Karen's name in it. You should have just been like, hey, do you want to come and get drinks with me and Robin? And call it a day. So I didn't get it. So then Mia sends back, like, basically, and I'm gonna paraphrase this. Mia basically sent back, like, don't tell me, the energy was like, don't tell me who I can be friends with or whatever. If you need to speak to me, you can pencil in with my assistant and we can find times to talk if it ain't about business. And I was like, girl, you doing too much. I mean, a simple would have been like a simple no, or a simple like, why can't I bring Karen? Or something like that. But she be going in for the neck. And I'm like, Mia, chill out, lady. So we see Robin, walking with Wendy and Ascala, because basically they were working out. And Robin is telling Wendy and Ascala what Mia said. And they were like, that's rude. And I was like, yeah, it is rude. Because Robin, like, interjected into the texting conversation, because I guess it's a group chat. And basically was like, that was rude. Like, girl, we just trying to get to know you. And then Mia's rebuttal to that was basically like, girl, that was directed to Giselle. But if the bullet, like, if these shots don't apply to you, then duck them. But if they hit you, they hit you. So I was just kind of like, yeah, Mia, you doing a lot. So then we get to Mia. Y'all, let me say this. Y'all are going up for Mia when Mia acts exactly like LaToya did last season. And y'all hated LaToya because LaToya was associated with Kenya. If LaToya was associated with Portia, y'all wouldn't have no issue with her. And the same thing with Mia. If Mia was associated with the Green Eyed Bandits or Wendy or Candace, y'all would hate her. But because she's associated with Karen, y'all go up for her. We have caught this lady in 4 lies since she's been on here. And it's only been 4 episodes. She lied about getting her clit redone, which really she just got vaginal rejuvenation. And there is a difference. And we'll be talking about that here soon. She lied about being a stripper, which she had to rebuff her lie and come back and be like, oh, I'm not I was a stripper. I retired in 2008. Then she lied about these candles and then tried to backtrack, but the person that she took the candles from got in her, you know what, and told her, like, sent like a cease and desist, supposedly. Go to Tisa Tell's her website, because she breaks it down, because Mia, word for word, when people were coming at her saying like, well, why are you using these candles to come at Wendy when they're not your candles? She used the exact word for word marketing like speech that the owner of the company used to market his candles. So I was like, you are crazy, lady. And then she's also lying about being the boss of like her little chiropractor thing. And because my thing is like, y'all know her walking into the chiropractor place was fake. It was so fake, because all she did was move applications or little pamphlets to the front of the table, but she really wasn't doing nothing. Her opening up the cabinets to see if it was organized, of course it would be organized. Or even if it wasn't, it's not out for display. Like, and the guy that was in there, like, typing on typing on the computer that was there, he didn't even acknowledge her for her to be the owner or the boss, which she keeps saying. And that's another thing. Y'all were so up Wendy's ass last season about her talking about her 4 degrees and things of that nature. But Mia has said she is the boss of everything like 12 times. Heck, even more than 12 times, but y'all go up for her. And then y'all wonder why people say there's so much colorism in this franchise, because it's the 2 darkest people on there who do the exact same thing that the 2 light brights do, and y'all demonize the dark-skinned women, but y'all go up for the light skins. That, like, what, bro? Like, that makes no sense, yo. That, like, y'all don't see that correlation there. Because Mia has said in every episode, I'm a boss. I'm a boss, mom. I'm a boss. And I'm like, girl, we get it. We get it. Shut up. Because y'all said the same thing with me, with Wendy, when Wendy was like, I have 4 degrees. I have 4 degrees. But you got 4 degrees and you on reality TV. She's a boss and a CEO and she's on reality TV. Y'all sound stupid. Y'all sound utterly stupid when y'all like be trying to go up for these people and don't see the parallels of how your colorism plays into effect of you not liking somebody. So then we see Mia and like she gets a call from G. Basically, she's not being a good, like, she's not doing her job when it comes to like being a mom, as in catering to her kids, because this is the 3rd time she has skipped on taking her oldest son to practice, and he really likes riding in the car with her by himself because that's their me time. So she has to work on that. G doesn't mind picking up the slack, that's what your husband's supposed to do, but he's trying to press upon her that it's important that she like still has that bond with her son. And then we'll get to it. Cause Mia, like Tisa Tell said, Mia is the new Phaedra. And we saw how badly Phaedra lies. Mia lies, and I guarantee y'all, after this season and maybe one more season, a scandal is going to come out that's going to rock their foundation. Because Mia lies too much, and she does not realize how much she lies. Or she does know that she's lying, but she can't keep up with her lies. Because there's a total difference between a clitoral like surgery and a vaginal rejuvenation surgery. And like I said, we're going to read off because, you know, Leah got her receipts. So then we're at Candace's thing. It was cute. Everybody's in their pajamas. Karen tried to say that what Giselle had on was fake Versace. But Karen, we have two instances of you wearing fake Fendi, aka your indie. So ma'am, hush. Then on top of that, Karen is still pressing Robin about getting married. And like Robin said in her confessional, and she looked good in that yellow, I don't want to have a super spreader event. And if I don't need to have and if you want to have a super spreader event just to prove to everyone that you love Ray's penis, Karen might be obliged. And it's like that. Karen, why do you care? You don't like Robin. So stop asking her if she gonna get married or not. You don't like her. So shut up. You just being shady. So then everyone's there. And then, like, you know, the ish begins. It begins. Mia comes in. Candace was handing everybody fireball shots, which I love fireball, so I'd have took it. And they're talking. And basically, they come at Mia. Like, everybody comes at Mia. Wendy comes at Mia. Wendy comes at Mia, Robin and Giselle come at Mia, and even Askala comes at Mia. Where Wendy was like, you don't talk to your friends like that. And she said, even when me and Karen had our beef, I didn't speak to her in the way that you spoke to Giselle and Robin. And then Giselle was like, I haven't done anything to you for us to be in a bad foot. I just wanted to get to know you without Karen, because me and Karen aren't cool like that, which is valid. I just don't think Giselle should have added in without Karen. And Mia keeps jumping the gun. And it's like, it's going to get you in trouble because it's not authentic. Because you had all this, like, rah-rah when you were sitting down with Karen. But then when you got in Giselle's face, you, like, quickly, like, kind of, like, apologize so that y'all could, like, mend fences and go out to drinks for the next episode. So I was like, you're flip-floppy. And then Askala jumps in, and it was kind of not needed for her to jump in, but Askala was like, the delusion, like, you treat everybody with respect. And then Mia's comeback was, Askala, how many businesses do you have? And Robin was like, does that matter? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, Mia, that wasn't a good comeback. That really was not a good comeback. And the thing about it is, like, you did not start from the ground up to have those businesses. You married into those businesses. You have these businesses because you had sex with an old man and he married you. You didn't get these businesses by yourself. So that really wasn't a dig. You kind of talk ish about yourself. So no, ma'am. So then let's get to, like, they play truth or dare. It was cute for what it was. This is what I want to talk about, where she lied about the whole clitoris thing, y'all. You can't get a clitoral surgery. Cause I Googled it. You can get clitoral unhooding, which is also known as a hoodiotomy or a clitoral circumcision, which is a minor feminine genital surgical procedure that removes excess tissue or surrounding the sheath of the clitoris. Then you can get vaginoplasty or vaginal rejuvenation, which is what Mia had, which is basically a process that corrects the problem of stretched vaginal muscles resulting from childbirth. Those are two totally different things. You can get a labiaplasty, which is referred to as labiaplasty or labial surgery, which is a surgical procedure that will reduce and reshape the labial minora, or the skin that covers the vaginal clitoris and vaginal opening. You can get a G-spot enhancement or augmentation, which is a female plastic surgery that produces a procedure that is used on human collagen to make the patient's G-spot more pronounced. Or you can get a penoplasty, which is my bad, y'all. Which is a procedure that restores an injured perineum, which is the area between the vagina and the rectum. So basically, you can't get your clitoris worked on. Most of these surgeries, and I'll post a picture. I got these from the Academy of Urology. So it's basically all about female urology. So everything to do down there. And there was nothing in there about getting your clitoris worked on. Nothing like that. The reason why women were like, clitoris were like so surprised is because vaginal rejuvenation is very common. It is very common. After you have your kids, things begin to stretch because they have to stretch in order to make the opening large enough for a baby's head to like pop through. So the whole clitoris thing, that makes sense. So Mia just be exaggerating the truth, and then she gets caught in her lie. And it's just like, I don't know. But yeah, y'all, that is it. That is all. Remember to be bravely authentic. And drop down in the comments below and let me know what y'all think. I think Mia a liar. I really think she is the new Phaedra. I promise y'all, in like 2, maybe 1 more season, a scandal is gonna come out that's gonna shift the mood. But that's just me. But yeah, drop down in the comments below. Remember to be respectful. And I'm out, y'all. Deuces.